Hello everybody and welcome to RTR4 Drafting with Eric Faceplant. Here we have opened a pack of cards. We have a Mana Bloom, which does things. It's a Mana Bloom. I'm not too keen on first picking that. There's a Hellhole Failure, and I like it. It's a decent Rakdos card. Puts us in two colors though. Fall of the Gavel, I'm not a huge fan of. Dark Revenant, not a huge fan of. Yada 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 yada, and so on and so on. The commons aren't very notable here. There's a Centaur Healer, there's a Gatecreeper Vine, there's a Swift Justice. So between those guys and the Mana Bloom, what signals, if any, are sent if we pick the Flailer, or green and white, Swift Justice, Vine, Healer, Bloom? But it's not really strong signals, and so I picked the Flailer. And then we get Shred Freak, meh, Imp, meh. These packs aren't fantastic. I kind of want to take the Gatecreeper Vine here. Civic Saber's alright. I guess it's pickable. Guildgate might almost be worth taking to help fix our mana if we do want to go into a third color at some point. I'll just take the Saber. Try and stay on Guild, whatever Guild I end up being. Grove of the Guardians. Or the Guardian Singular. Not any bad. Nivix Guild Mage is... These packs are so lame. Is it Tower Drake? I don't know. I give up. Don't. Does I take the flyer? Maybe we're gonna be in. Is it? Who knows? There's a Hussar Patrol. I like that here. I don't think any of our early picks really commit us much. And I'm happy to go Azorius Skies with a Civic Saber. And there's a Sunspire Griffin. Ultimate price is in here, though. Ooh. Okay. Ultimate Price is clearly a better card than Sunspire Griffin. But are we wasting picks? I think we just take the removal. It's just the better card, and we have no idea what this deck is doing right now. Launch Party does things. Inaction Injunction does things. Golgari Longlegs is more castable than things because it's in two colors. Unlike Golgari Charm, which is less castable because it's in two colors. I think I'm just going to take the Launch Party. Try and stick to some kind of removal package. Who knows? Sewer Shambler. Courses Accord if we want to go black, green, white. That's the worst idea ever. Why would I pick something in green right now? This is a Rubbleback Rhino. It's not bad. I like the Sewer Shambler. Sewer Shambler's good. Let's take it. Get it in there. Okay, Spawner Bricks Matty. Does things. Death's Presence is, can be pretty remarkable when it gets up and going, but it's a 6-drop that takes things afterwards to, and the Mana Bloom's still there. It's ridiculous. Take the Racketeer. I prefer the Imp to the Shred Freak because the evasion is better than the 2-1 body. 2-1 bodies don't do enough. Electrickery is perfectly fine. Corrosive Might's not bad either. But I feel we're a bit more likely to lean into blue than we are into green, assuming that we are Rakdos here. Well, Corrosive Might is the better card. I'm going to take the Electrickery. Okay, Swift Justice is just straight up the best card here. Cancels playable. Terrace Worm is like every once in a while you can play that. Let's get this Horncrawler's Chant into there and not get Broodmate Rhino'd. Someone can have a slug. Okay, so this is a bit of a clusterfuck so far. So many colors. Archon of the Triumvirate. I see. Well, that's better than any single card that we've seen so far, despite it being a 7-drop. Also a Sky Knight and a Griffin in here. So, what the fuck are we doing? If we take the Archon, this could get kind of weird. But I'm going to take the Archon and try and make this work. It's going to take some effort to make this work. I think I may just be going 5-color here. And so now for these last 2 packs, I want to just go into the color I don't have any of so far. And just dig into green for the Axebane Guardians and things like that. It could be terrible. This is a Frostburn weird. I could just be thankful I don't have to play against the Archon of the Triumvirate. Basically muck that pick. There's a weird, there's an explosive impact. I think I'm just better off with the weird. Weird's fantastic. And we get Augur Spree. New Prov Guild Mage. Okay, I think someone wants us in Azorius. Oh god. But Augur Spree's Augur Spree. Well, this is painful. Splatter Thug. Again, Tower Drake. We got lots of possible picks in different directions. A Gutter Snipe. And of course a Vassal Soul. It's teasing us. Yeah, a little stay on message here. So we're cutting. Chainwalker is a good card. Though the Guildgate would be useful, it's no Chainwalker. Swift Justice gets cutting. Ultimate price again. The Tower Drake might not even make it. Reveler, Pursuit of Light, Grim Roustabout, and a Rogue's Passage. Very good, very good. We have 10 creatures so far. We're going to want this dead Reveler. Pursuit of Flight, I think, is the least good pick here. Roustabout and Rogue's Passage are about tied. We do want the creatures, but Roustabout's it's a bit small, it's just a little bear. Rogue's Passage can make our spawn of Rix Maddie and things like that a lot better. Dead Reveler is something we want. Tenement Crasher is not bad here. There's a Transguild Promenade to help us cast our awkward shit if we really want to. But I think that's terrible. Let's just take the Tenement Crasher and haste in for 5 at some point in one of these games, hopefully. Mind Rot does things, Paralyzing Grasp also, but we probably even not playing the blue. So, Mind Rot might see play in our deck. Museum Skin is playable. Carisher's Trick is playable. Both of these guys are playable. Let's add to our 4 drops. Cobble Brew can be not bad. We have a decent amount of removal. Someone can play Destroy the Evidence. And it won't be us. So this is starting to come together, I think. It had some growing pains. Volatile Rig. That guy's fun. There's an Arrest in here. Arrest is a good card. And nothing in Rakdos. There's a Perilous Shadow and Electrickery. So let's just take this Rig. Despite us being fairly aggro, and this this thing possibly wrathing our side, it is a 4/4 Trampler for 4. Civic Saber and Volatile Rig are kind of a non-combo, though. Cackler, Chainwalker, Deviant Glee, Sewer Shambler. Okay. Despite Cackler being a 1-drop and quite castable in this deck, it's a lot more useful to have a 3/2 than it is to have a 2/2 on the beatdown. I think it almost is Deviant Glee here, if it weren't for the fact that we want 2 drops. We want to lower our curve with this Chainwalker. The Deviant Glee would be pretty cool. The Cackler and the Civic Saber are a good combo. Beating in for 4 on turn 2 is good times, but that Chainwalker is just the thing that we want here. Okay. Chromatic Lantern to cast all of our things. That would be hilarious. But that's not the pick. New Prov Guild Mage. Again. I almost just want to get that out of here and not have to play against it. Because it's a decent card. Do we want to take the Roustabout? Or do we want some long game here? What do we got? I think the Tenement Crasher is actually more useful here. It's almost Pursuit of Flight, but I'm fairly certain we're not playing blue. Sorry, Tower Drake. Okay, we have a Stab Wound for some reason. 4th pick. So there must have been some better card in black. because I can't imagine the 3 players to our right not playing black, any of them. So yeah, there's some decent cards in here as well. There's Martial Law, Trader's Instinct, Hussar Patrol even. But Stab Wound is the best overall card. And I would say that includes Martial Law. I like Martial Law, but Stab Wound does things right away. Martial Law is a bit delayed at a 4 drop. That is a significant drawback to it. So we can have a party in the shade. We can crash the party in the shade. It's just over the fence. Alright, I'm sorry about my trickery. Okay, we're at 15 creatures and 23 cards here. Things that we're not likely to play. Okay, so I'm trying to think of whether it's Dead Reveler or Launch Party. I'm pretty sure we're doing Launch Party here over Dead Reveler. Because I think we want as much removal as we can, despite... Yeah, 15 creatures is enough. Okay, here's a Deviant Glee. As well as a Guildgate. Okay. Now that's a decision. Also, Launch Party with Volatile Rig could be good in a lot of instances. The Imp is probably getting cut, which puts us lower on creatures. But if we take the Deviant Glee, the Imp is better. We have the Saber, which also makes the Imp better. Electrickery could be cut. Call of the Brood is made better by Deviant Glee. Nothing is really huge on... suspect that may have been wrong. Bellows Lizard. Bellows Lizard. Last night at the Magic Stronghold, I got 20'd by a Bellows Lizard. Not in one turn, but throughout the course of a game, the Bellows Lizard did all 20 damage and killed me. And that was fun. But I'm not taking it. I don't even want to take any of these. Armory Guard. Hasty Aggressor. Let's cut a salvage from someone who may want to dig through their deck to a good creature. And what is this Sunspire Griffin still doing here? It's just ridiculous. Okay, we got more Deviant Glees now. There's no way we're playing 2 Deviant Glees. Let's take this Gatecreeper Vine away from somebody who needs it. Rhinos, Oozes, and Ringleaders. Oh my. Dispel is the only real playable card in there. Some decent cards in this pack. Perilous Shadow is playable. Cremate, possibly. Okay. Okay, so we're going to want to have a deck that kind of leans on its removal. The Deviant Glee, maybe I should have, quite likely should have picked the, never mind, I can get out of there. Should have picked the, Guildgate over the Deviant Glee. Get that in there. Got in. Gutter Snipe is good. Racketeers, a maybe. Okay, 16 creatures. The Maybes, Glee, Mind Rot, Electricity, and Racketeer. I have the Racketeer in there because it's a creature. 16 creatures with our 2 launch parties. It is a 2/1, but it helps sift away land and things like that. Perhaps I could consider the Perilous Shadow to also be on the chopping block, but it's a good way to sink our mana. With things like Frostburn Weird and Perilous Shadow in the same deck, it would have been quite useful to have that Guildgate that I picked this Deviant Glee over. Also, Dagger Drone Imp is not fantastic. I think I get the Dagger Drone Imp out of there, actually. Probably for the Deviant Glee. Although that is a good combo. The Deviant Glee, Trample is a form of evasion. No direct damage in here. Well, I guess launch party-ish. I mean, to the dome of my opponent. Yeah, removal. I'm going to try and lean on that removal and turn this deck into some kind of victory. Between Perilous Shadows, mana requirements, and Frostburn Weirds, I am willing to lean more towards the red to get the Frostburn Weird down early and to have his ability be more useful. Also, my black drops, the Deviant Glee, Ultimate Price, Stab Wound, Launch Party, are stuff that can be used later on. I don't mind being forced to unintentionally slow roll some of those drops, whereas I do want to get out the Frostburn Weird on turn 2 as frequently as possible. Splatter Thug as well, and that sort of thing. So, for the 17 lands, we were going to go with 9 mountains and 8 swamps. And it suggests 3 islands for that Frostburn Weird. Thank you, suggest function. And we will submit.